everybody. This is gonna be a new thing I'm gonna do. So I do like hearing my. When people say watch yourself, I do like that. And I gotta practice speaking. And I probably will never get to the same level as everybody else. And this is sad. I probably will never get to the same level as everybody else at the caliber that they can speak at. But I'm gonna practice it because for some odd reason I get on. I'm off today. I'm off work today. I get on a video game. I can't play. I'm delayed. Something wrong with my internet connection. So it's forcing me to do something else. So I had this idea, and I was iffy about it because it's kind of weird. But let's see what my IQ about. It's a stream of consciousness. So what you're gonna witness is maybe not every year, or if I'm still living, few years after every other year, you're gonna see me use this thesaurus, the same thesaurus, and each day I'm gonna record myself with a stream of consciousness, just going with random thoughts after every word that I come across, I encounter. I want to see how I do with this, and then by the title and the playlist, it's a good idea I had, man. And I mean, the thing I gain out of it is my vocabulary, and it's gonna show what I'm made of and what my IQ about, and how sad and madness and crazy this shit is. Excuse my language. How crazy this is, because if I'm gonna go through 776 pages of this, and then I don't, my vocabulary does not seem to improve. That's kind of weird, right? Like I should at least gain some words out of this, right? So it just shows what I'm made of and my IQ about, and it goes to opinions. You want to say, man, this man is real stupid. You want to say, this man is real crazy. This man real insane. This man real wild. It's all up in the air for opinions. But I feel like I should do this because it's another activity to do that I had in mind, and I was iffy about it, but now I'm gonna do it now. So I'm gonna start off. The first word is a back, and it's not a rap. This is not a rap. I am not rapping. If you want to hear my raps, I got like 40 songs already now. If you're just interested in hearing at least one song of mine, this is not a freestyle, so I'm not rhyming here. Like I said, it's just showing what I'm thinking about when I come across words. It's more like, in that therapy session, and then they're like, that's the word association. Like, when I say this word bottle, what do you think of? Just anything. What do you think of? I mean, you see the word bottle, I mean, you think of liquid, think of drinking, open the cap, put the bottle to your mouth. And this is not begging, because I'm trying to do something productive here. Somebody or whatever just happened to my internet connection, it forced me that I can't play my video game that I usually do for hours as a spare time on my off days. I'm forced to not do that. So this is not begging. I'm doing something productive here. Instead of just like watching Netflix, you see the Netflix in the back. But instead of just watching Netflix, I'm doing something productive. I like to get activity done. At the same time, I don't really go outside, so I don't really bike, or I don't really go hiking, or I don't really go bowling, or whatever. But I'm doing something productive where I'm still having activity than just watching and sort of thinking and just having a comprehend, like just understanding what's going on when I'm watching. Instead of doing that, I'm speaking instead. All right, so the first word is back. I'm not going to keep saying the first word. I'm going to just go through the whole, and it's going to be each day for one page. Each day is one page. So I'm at the A section on this thesaurus. It's the first page. I'm going to see how this goes. This should be like, and then the more reps I get, the more I should improve on it. That was the introduction, so now let's get into it. All right, so back is without warning. So I'm going to just think of anything. And you can laugh at me, how I'm humiliating myself. But I mean, I'm gonna eventually get through this, all right? Or maybe not, but all right, without warning. Somebody outside shot in the air, a back. I ran away, held on to the car, bath. As I was holding on, I let go and abraded myself on the street. Now I'm left the bath. Some may say that's what I get for having abandoned, carefree freedom. But I'm like, nah, I'm just trying to do what I gotta do. But then I still got abandoned because after somebody looking out of it, like, not me being inside and just looking from afar. It's like, no, that's something to abandon. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And that's something I learned from holding on to the back of the car. Is when you unoccupied and your brain is unused. Like, what's up? Nothing is used. That means you're abandoned. You left behind. You forsaken. But I'm like, nah, I gotta have that strength within. I can't just let somebody else just abash me and just tear me down. My self-conscious, no, I gotta have that zeal, the spirit. I gotta stay strong. I gotta remain strong. So that's like the abandonment of leaving behind, but the abandonment of my freedom. That's the balance between, not the balance, but that's the tug of war between me and others. I'm freely doing what I had to do outside of work. And now people say, that's what you get. You lowering your standards. I mean, you lowering your dignity, you lowering your character. But let's see what you're made of, and let's see if you can still fight through this. With the conditions you have, and what you do, the resources you have, and where you're heading, and what you're capable of doing, or what you feel you're capable of doing. Let's see what you do. This is just one me. So, but I mean, it's someone to lower my character, lower in their eyes my standing. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. You can abase me. And you can put my self-conscious in distress now. I'm not gonna bash anybody like physically. I'm not gonna throw fists. No, that's not what I'm doing. But I'm not gonna be abashed though. Like an emotional state of being like subconsciously uncomfortable. I mean, you could say I'm uncomfortable because it is kind of weird. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, if you could keep speaking and I can't keep speaking, that's gonna make anybody feel weird. You feel what I'm saying? That's gonna make anybody feel weird. It's gonna put you in abashment. But that's when I get out of my head, and then I dash towards where's a natural disaster, and I hold on to a tornado. But as I'm spinning in that tornado, I come out brand new. Everybody likes me now. I can do everything. I have the ability to do everything. I feel omnipotent. I feel the glory. And nobody can abate that sense of level. Meaning nobody can put that in that scope, make it less. But that's when one day somebody went to somebody else. There's always somebody else. Always somebody else better than you. And that day is when it put my whole sense of excellence to abatement. And that's when I woke my head down in sad and gloominess. And that's when I said, you know what? No, that's not I said, you know what? I looked to the left of me. I seen an abbey. You know what an abbey is, right? I mean, everybody know what an abbey is. I should be telling myself that already. It's a residence for men under religious vows. And I looked from the gates, how they all sitting in an Indian style with their hands like this, hands out, but elbows close to their rib cage, and their eyes closed, and they're humming. And they're breathing in slowly, breathing out slowly, inhaling and exhaling slowly. And I said, I kind of respect that sense of just trying to get peace within yourself. It's very difficult to do in this world, in this day and age. Everything has to be fast paced. Don't get me started with the fast pace, man, because I got terminated because of that. But I mean, I had 8 hours of doing that, but they still terminated me. But everything has to be fast paced, so I respect them kind of just breathing slowly and having a sense of tranquility and peace and meditation. But I said, once I meditate, and then how long am I meditate for? Like, eventually it has to end. So I'm like, I kind of just walked past the abbey. I said, nah. Because when you abbreviate the meditation, eventually you go back to just the world again. So I realized, like, you have to have peace, but, like, you can't stay in peace forever. Like, so I wonder what those abbots do after they're done in the abbey. Um, so I'm kind of like an abbreviation of insanity. I'm just one piece of the insanity in a shortened lifespan. And I once was never in insanity. That's the weird thing. I'm trying to capture that moment again where I was never in insanity. But you can guess I said I had the throne to that, to be insane. I had the throne to sanity. And I've been abdicated from it. If I say, you know what, F it, man. There's food on the table. I gotta watch out because my abdomen getting kind of big. So I said I gotta watch out from not eating overly, indulging in it, at the same time indulging in it. Because a lot of things don't make me, a lot of things just keep abating, lessening, lowering, down to the pits. So, feeding something to my abdomen, I mean, it's helpful. But I'm like, I have to be careful because I have to make my ab duck. I have to make sure my abdomen has to duck. It can't be over protruding. But you know what? And then I said abduct, right? Somebody could kidnap somebody, right? And then abduct somebody, right? But why do that? Why do that? Like, why should I abduct somebody? Because my ab can't duck. Like, that's the reason why. This is very exceptional, out of the ordinary. Um, I feel kind of weird doing this, but I'm gonna do it still. This is very out of the ordinary. Nobody really does this because speaking is natural to people. But at the same time, yeah, I'm here to use the vocabulary. This is very aberrant in me. But the main reason is because I have an aberration. See, some people, they're fine when I have the ability to speak at a high rate. But that's not even the main source of the issue right here. The main source of the issue is always somebody better. Now, if everybody was worse than me, I feel better. But I just look outside, in the blink of my eye, I see somebody better already. So it's like, I'm in a mental disorder at all times, and it's called the aberration, and it messes with my life. I'm not blaming nobody. This is all in me. I'm not blaming nobody. But this is a serious mental disorder that prevents me from living a safe, well, not a safe, I live in a safe, but a normal life. See, like I just said, some people fine with having their conditions and their flaws. They're fine with that. That's the difference between me and those others. I have aberration. It messes with my sanity. So this is what I'm doing. This is aberrantly done. Just random sentences, random thoughts. But at the same time, each day, I'm going to use these words for each page, for each day. But now I'm like, you know what? After all that, I get home. This is just a stream of consciousness. Like, after that, I get home, I just stare at the wall. And I'm like, I don't even know what color this wall is. It's kind of like a light gray. Yeah, like a light gray. I'm thinking light gray. Then I'm thinking Shades of Grey, but I never watched that show. So it's like, I never watched it. Like, what do you do after work? And that idea bettered me to slap somebody across the face. That idea bettered me to slap somebody across the face. I didn't slap nobody across the face. What I did was I walked away. I made sure I walked away. I would never interfere with anybody else again. Because with that, so you can say, oh, you see what he did? Now you have reasons. Now I already gave reasons, and it's permanent reasons for some people to act the way they act towards me now. Now I gave reasons for people to have anything negative to say. They have access to saying it now because I gave reasons. And the way my life is heading is gonna affect me because I can't get everything I want in the blink of an eye. At the drop of a dime, I can't get everything I want no more. So it's forcing me to adapt, acclimate myself to certain circumstances, and be a certain way and do certain things in constraints because I can't do everything exactly what I want or how I want it to be. But I look across me and I see somebody else in some clothing that's like, that gives me the impression that he's in a similar circumstance to me, as me. Probably can afford this, can afford that. Probably not really likable, not affable. No, many people probably don't want to be around that person. And I'm like, he could be in the better right there. You know how I betted me to slap somebody, but I didn't slap anybody. This person could be in the better. But I'm like, nah, I don't even waste my time. Don't even waste my time, man. He's gonna be an accomplice. We both going to jail. So I do that to myself. So what I did was when I stood at the wall, I sat on my bed and just laid down in a state of inactivity. I'm not watching anything. Well, I'm watching, but I'm not watching television. I'm not listening to music. In a state of abeyance, inactivity. But that's not really inactivity because I'm still breathing. I'm still blinking. My veins are still pumping. The ventricles are still functioning. My heart is still beating. So it's never inactivity. But I was laying down, and then here and there, thoughts what in a weave, like a tide on the shore. Like it will go onto the sand, then back into the water, onto the sand. Thoughts would just come here and there, but it's not at a rapid rate like how most are. But I mean, you could say in a state of abeyance. From the outside, he just laying down. I just laid down. I think to myself, what's the cause of this? And this is good for comedy, but at the same time not for comedy because it's not as funny, but it's just funny the fact that I'm trying to really think. And many can abhor it. Like I can see why you can abhor it, dislike it strongly. Like it's not the same as everybody else. Like it's not the same as everybody else. You can say a lot of wrong about me. You can't say a lot of wrong about others. Literally, you can't say nothing wrong about others. Like there's nothing to say wrong about others. So you see a lot of chinks in my armor. You can pick through it and make it abysmal. But yeah, this is the last word for today. The abhorrence. Dislike something strongly, something hated, disgusting. All three of those combinations is what people think when they witness me. The abhorrence. Some dislike me, and that's for different reasons. Some actually have a hatred, a passive hatred for me, and some are disgusted. Those all three meanings for abhorrence that fits under my category. And I'm just trying to make fun of and kind of tease, but actually practice at the same time. Like speaking. Kind of teasing it how weird it is. Like, because this is when I question myself. Like, I look at my hand like, am I real? Like, because when people ask me questions, I answer them still. So I have the ability to talk, but it's like, how come I can't freely just talk? Like, at the same time, like, when people question me, I answer them like a computer. This is why I look at myself like, who am I? Like, I feel like a demo artificial intelligence. Like, I'm a demo module. No, that's not the right word. I'm a demo model. Like, pause. Well, I don't really want to be a model, but I'm a demo model. Like, you know, when you make something, create something, and then it's not at its full potential, or what else it can become, or what else something else can turn into, or this is just the start of it. And they're gonna make something new, and it's gonna be better. Like I feel like the demo model, the demo model, like just the start of it. That's what I feel like. But that's what I think I am. I think I'm a computer, but at his first starting point, like at his first ideas of his creation, like. But many people think it's just an abhorrence. And I'm making fun of it because it's like, all right, what else do I think? Like, look around, I see a fan. The fan blows air. Okay, cools me down. Or yeah, but this fan is only for cooling down. But then I got a heater right here. This heater is for when I'm feeling cold and it needs to heat me. All right. I'm trying to see, like, how is that abhorrence? Like, and this is when I get amazed at others of how they could just keep thinking. Like, I get pissed at the same time. Because like I said, my natural, if we didn't have words, it's always somebody else better. So that natural feeling right there is always going to get me irritated. So the fact somebody is better than me at speaking, and speaking is supposed to be, in this day and age, very simple to do, that very irritates me. So this is why I'm practicing it on this, and I'm doing something exceptional and aberrant from others, because nobody does this, because everybody can talk freely, but, so yeah, I get that idea. Everybody does this naturally. Nobody's having the whole spotlight, put it on video of you just speaking, using words randomly. People do that with videos over actual topics, so I understand that. I got the grasp of the concept of that. But I'm so mad, I'm gonna still do this shit. You feel what I'm saying? You feel? Let me stop, man. I'm gonna get knocked out. But that was the last word here. The abhorrence, man. And I'm gonna do this. I don't care if I make fun of myself. It's gonna show what my IQ about and what I'm made of. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna show where I'm at. Like, what's going on up here? What's up, man? People ask what's up, so I'm trying to come upstairs in my head. I'm trying to get into my attic and see what's up. Cause I asked myself, like, what's up? Like, okay, then I'm looking at this clay hat I made. Not Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is a very elite scorer, a very elite basketball player. I made this a long time ago. It's a head made of clay. I made that a long time ago. That's an interesting thing I made. I got a lot of help from the teacher that was doing it, but kind of made it myself as well. As also, I see blue, I see green. It has eyes, a nose, some ears, some lips. All right. It's something good to look at. That's a good creation right there. There's many good creations out here, but that was a good creation right there I made, especially for at a young age. So that was up right there. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, but that's the end of this video for today. I do like hearing myself, and like this is also for myself. And if somebody want to watch, they can watch. But I do like just hearing myself and watching. I like hearing myself and watching myself as I speak, because something about my mannerisms and the way I just move my head slightly, like it resonates with myself. Like I like watching myself as I speak. I like watching me speak, but I can't just hear it. Like obviously music, I don't have videos, but I like actually watching myself as I speak. Like that calms me down. Cause I was pissed off yesterday. For an example, pissed off yesterday. I played great. We only played about 3 games with these members I met up with in this video game called 2K and Rec. Now we squatted up here and there. They invite me. Late at night they invite me about 8 o'clock. And then we get some games in. We beat somebody, number 52 in Arkansas, but the next game we added somebody and he was getting impatient. He didn't want to be in his role no more. He's the center. He kept setting double screens, running into the pick and roll between me and the power forward. He's interfering between the pick and roll. And that in turn, we was up by like 15 points, and that in turn causes the loss. That pissed me off very badly. That pissed me off very angrily. And I don't even know what I was about to say now. But yeah, I don't even know what I was about to say. But yeah, that pissed me off. I forgot what I was about to say. uh, oh yeah, so that makes me very angry, right? And then what happened was I was so pissed. I screamed, clapped my hands, but I didn't want to keep getting mad because I've been through this before. I've been through this many times in my last apartment that I used to live in. I would keep spazzing, but keep spazzing does nothing but just it's unproductive. Just getting mad, but I do it slightly, a little outburst, just because it feels good at the moment. The very moment you do the outburst, it feels very good. But obviously, when you continue, it does nothing. I mean, it can. It's a good way. I mean, no, it's not a good way. It's not a good outlet to do it. It's not a good way to release anger. Not a good form of releasing anger. But I mean, you can't just keep screaming till you get tired, like or your voice is not the same as it was when you were doing it when you just started screaming. So you can't keep screaming until you get tired. But keep screaming, you know that's like at the very edge of the cliff type of feeling that you should not. Everybody in human knows not to continue doing that every day when you get mad, especially after losses like that. But I mean to say, I said all that to say this. After that, I looked at myself. I looked at one of my videos I made, and I'm speaking to myself, and I'm like I'm talking about how random. I'm just talking about anything. Well, it could be about anything, but I was at the topic when I was watching that video. It was me speaking about how people I play with just always not playing with their best cooperation and effort. And I mean to say, I was watching myself as I'm speaking, and I'm like, I'm making eye movements and just my head moving like that, like this, like that. My lips kind of not in the regular form. Kind of like one side of my lip is getting higher than the other side. My eye kind of squinting on one side, like, and just those slight details that calms me down. And this is very cool about myself. It could be a very small detail that can calm me down. But I will never be calm forever though, so you don't gotta worry about that. I mean, if you want somebody always mad, you met somebody always mad. I know I'm not the only one, and that's when it becomes a chess match, and that's when I get even more mad, and I just stop right there because I can be beat. I can be beat, so I just stop right there. I just stop right there. I'm not who would think I am. I could be everybody. Like I could get beat. Like I'm not even going with the chess match. Like there's no point. I'm eventually lose. I'm eventually lose. There's no point in doing that. Like that's why I write because I write is like it's cemented in what's inside. But I gotta do something too. Like all right now, come on now. I've been working. Like I gotta do something. But like I write is my thing. Like all right, all right. But people just want to see you succeed. I understand that. People just want to but yeah, man. That's it for today. Oh yeah, I like watching myself. So if people are like this is weird, this is also for myself. I don't want to put it private because I actually do want to kind of put this out, just to try to get a diagnosis of myself, a diagnostic, an analysis of like I need to be examined. Like I'm kind of confused myself. Like, what's up? What is up? Um, but yeah, so I also put this out, but I also like to watch myself and hear myself. So yeah, I do this for myself also. Especially when I get mad, I can just watch myself. And that's what people be telling me anyways. Watch yourself. So I literally watch myself. And I actually, even when I just play on the video game, I watch myself. But when I get fed up with everybody, when I get pissed off with everybody, I just watch myself. Even when I eat, because when I watch somebody else, I instantly get mad. Even when I eat, I'm trying to eat. I'm trying to feel that moment of heaven. Hear nothing, just watch something that's not. So watching myself, I can't piss myself off now. I can in some things, but watching myself play, that's not gonna piss me off. So I mute everything. It's silent. I eat and I watch myself, and then that calms me down. So yeah, I watch myself. But yeah, so the last word was abhorrence. All right, cool. I'm abhorrent. Very disliked. People don't approve of me. But yeah, what is up? That's what it comes. That's what it comes down to. What is up? That's it for this video. The next day, I'll get to the next page, and I'm gonna do this again. It's about 772 pages of, and it's thesaurus. Yeah, it shows my IQ about. Because after all this, I bet I'm not gonna use any of these words. That's the sad part. That's the crazy and sad part. I'm gonna speak all this. I'm not gonna remember that. I'm gonna remember some words, about a handful of words. That's the sad part. This just go. It is what it is. It is what he's made of. Like with no extra assistance, nothing. It is what it is. What it does, what it does. That's what it determines, man. Yeah. Alright, that's 30 minutes. That's it for this page. Like I said, the next day I go to the next page. And I try to see what's up, what is up in my stream of consciousness. At ease.